at the moment we are researching solar sail life, which is looking fine, to be honest. Looking fine. Where do our bottlenecks lie? Let's go and fly over to Scienceville, and let's have a little look and see what the heck is happening over here. It's not even... Okay, it's yellow science. It's yellow science that we really seem to need to sort. It's yellow science that we really seem to sort. And it looks like organic crystals for the most part. Yeah, I think it's organic crystals that we need. Power is also a little bit on the low side, but that's probably just because it's nighttime and therefore we ain't got no solar panels. Also, there does seem to be a excess of plastic coming through right now, which is fine. How long does it take? What's the recipe for plastic? So this is 3 seconds, and this is 6 seconds, but it requires 2. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio. It's a total 1-to-1 ratio. That's completely fine. I do want to start messing around with some solar panels and getting stuff in better places on the planet. For example, I mean, I know that we've got solar sails and we've got solar sail EM rail ejectors, but I would like to get these on the poles. That would be pretty darn cool, to be honest. I mean, how far away from the poles actually are we? I mean, we're not really a million miles away. We're not really a million miles away at all. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. We want to... That was... Oh my goodness, that scared the bejesus out of me. There was a flight coming in there. Right, so I think moving the EM ejectors, or not even necessarily moving, but just adding EM ejectors right up to the top of the planet, that would be pretty darn good. Given that they can only fire 20 per minute, or 20 solar sails per minute, it would be good to do. How many have we got in orbit? 431. 431. That ain't too bad. That ain't too bad at all. So yeah, we want to do that. We want to expand the number of... We want to expand the number of these solar plants. These yellow science production plants over here, including making organic crystals. But to be honest, I could really just do with finding a vein, like finding a super rare vein, so that I didn't have to worry about these organic crystals for a little while longer. That would be really, really nice. But I suspect that the possibility, or indeed the probability, of finding such a rare vein is probably slight. But that's okay. We worked pretty darned hard last time to try and ensure that this area was scalable, and to be honest, I think that this area still remains fairly scalable as long as we're able to get enough of these chemical plants. We should be just fine and dandy. Okay, wonderful, and that will be on plastic as well. Cool. Also, there are like carbon nanotube things that I think that we're probably going to want to create at some point over the course of today. Let's continue bringing this down. That's fine. Yep. Let's go. We can actually just double dip from this belt over here. I feel like double dipping under normal, social circumstances, isn't very polite, and especially in a 2020/2021 world, double dipping is probably something that will be frowned upon even more than it once was. But you know what? I'm gonna do it nonetheless. I'm gonna double dip from this belt. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Alrighty. Alright, very, very happy with that. Let's get the organic crystals on here. Where do we have water coming in? I mean, this is just a pretty bad setup, to be honest. This is just a pretty bad setup. There is no reason to have the additional belt elevation. We might as well just have belts that sort of snake over the top of each other. Sorters that snake over the top of each other, rather than having the extra shenanigans that come with elevating a belt. Yeah, it's just a lot more inconvenient to worry about. So let's get that all down. Let's get water inputs sorted first, and then we can worry about the outputs. And we can worry about the outputs if we remove that as well. We can make this go just a whole heck of a lot better. right over there, right over there. Wonderful. And that is organic crystals. Good stuff. Nice. Okay. This is excellent. Alright, one stinking bit of foundation. One stinking bit of foundation just so happens to be enough. Righty. Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. And we should be golden, right? We should be golden. We should be golden. Okay. Alrighty, so that, again, is just going to help us make more of these titanium crystal things. Titanium organic crystals? I don't know. Either way, this is going to lead to more production, because that's pretty much exactly what we need. Yeah. Pretty sure that's our main bottleneck. What else do we need to accomplish? What else do we need to accomplish? We've got interplanetary travel. I do want to do some extra solar system exploration. This is something that does very, very excite me greatly. Very, very, very excites me greatly. Warping. I don't think that we've got the ability to warp. At least, not unless that just completely passed me by in the research tech tree, which I doubt it did. Is there any other technology that we can get? Gas giant exploration, we can do that. We did have that queued up. Vertical launching silo, nope. Information matrix, yes. We need to get the information matrix, that's for sure. That was queued up, but I think that it had disappeared. High strength glass, I'll get it because we'll probably need it for something. Casimir crystal, what is that? Deuterium. That makes fuel from hydrogen. Okay, alright, that's nice. Miniature particle collider. That's exciting. And satellite power distribution system. We'll queue that up as well. I mean, what the heck, you know, we got a lot of tech to do. We got a lot of tech to research. It's pretty much all contingent on us producing enough of these yellow science packs, which is not necessarily difficult to do. It's just a little bit time consuming at the moment because I need to make foundation. Why don't we in the first instance see if we can try and automate foundations? So all we really need is stone and steel, and to be honest, we have stone being produced in a couple of places. We have steel being produced over here. Steel being produced over here. Yeah, we got a big backlog over there. So I wonder where the best place to get stone is, because we obviously extracted over here. Although all of the component stone is required for the silicon smelting area, and boy oh boy oh boy, we do have a lot of silicon that needs to be smelted. I mean, what about this stone? What about this stone over here? Alrighty. Yeah, I think this stone is fine. I think this stone is fine. Oh, I thought it was going to go down there for a second. It is going to go down. Wonderful. Excellent. You know, the idea of a main bus. The idea of a main bus is an intriguing one, to be honest. The idea of a main bus is intriguing, for sure. Also, let me just real quick check how we make this. Is this made in an assembler or a smelter? It's a smelting facility, of which we have 4. Yeah, let's just make it... Let's make it locally here. Why the heck not, eh? Let's, instead of placing this over here, let's stick it amongst the... Let's stick it amongst the furnaces. Exactly. If you have a main bus, then that means that you don't have spaghetti. And I like me some spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? I like me some spaghetti. There we go. That'll do for now. We'll expand this. We'll expand this in time. We'll expand this in time. Okay. So, how on earth is this not in the power network? I will never know. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. And then, you know what I think that we're gonna do? Let's head up here. Let's head up here real quick. And then let's plonk down one of these, which I'm assuming is where the foundation is made. It is indeed. That's wonderful. So let's do this manually for now, because we're not actually going to need a tremendous amount of foundation. It would be good to get it automated at some point later, but I don't really think that it's necessary to belt out steel all the way out here just for the purposes of producing foundation. So instead, we're going to have a local storage of foundation right over here. We're going to plonk that down in there, and then we're going to sort our inventory, and we're going to transfer literally all of the steel into here. And then on the output, we're going to have a nice little output over there, and that should work just fine. Remarkably, again, we seem to have found the one singular square that is not covered by any number of the copious freaking windmills that are around here. What about over there? Does that work any better? That works perfectly. Excellent. And now we don't even need to worry about foundations at all. So, I mean, how much steel is it per foundation? It's 1 steel per foundation. So this steel alone is going to be, what is that? Like almost 1,000 foundation? I mean, it's not even close. Either way, it's a super quick process, and it's kind of nice that we don't need to worry about it just consuming all of our steel. We're going to throw exactly how much steel into that process as we want to throw into that process. Righty. I think we just need to foundationify this area a little bit. And we're gonna do it with singular. Bits of foundation, because apparently that is just inordinately more efficient than using 4 pieces. It does seem to raise up a lot more land than the 4-piece. Lack of item. That's fine. Don't even worry about it, video game. Don't even worry about it. Okay. Let's yoink down some more. Chemical plants. We can sort of pack these a little bit more tightly than perhaps we have been packing them thus far. That's okay. What do we need? It's stone and also steel that we need. Who would have honestly thunked it? Alrighty. See, here's the thing, right? I mean, apart from that new area that I've just thrown the mining setup down on, do we actually have stone production anywhere else? Sincerely, I do not know. I really do not know. That could prove to be a little bit of a problem. Okay. Well, we'll throw down as many of the chemical plants as we can. And take a few more out of there. Okay, so that's gonna give us a lot of chemical plant production. We're probably gonna need to move this ray receiver at some point, but that's okay. Max output 6.62 megawatts. That's actually not too bad. We're still a little bit oversaturated with regards to power, but that's not bad at all. Okay, we need a little bit more foundation for this corner over here, but that is fine. Foundation, let's freaking go. Yeah, so at the moment, all of our stone is used to produce a pitiful amount of silicon, which is going into our processor construction and also our, what is this, microcrystalline component construction as well, which is fine. You know, don't get me wrong, it's very important that we have processors and silicon and all of that sort of stuff. It's just not very efficient to turn stone into silicon. Hence why I would deeply love, let's move this receiver a little bit. Hence why I would deeply love to get a silicon vein, a proper silicon vein. Oh boy, that would just be the greatest. Okay. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Okay. Now this is going to make yellow production really pop off. Okay. And once we get yellow production sorted, well, then the world is our oyster. The world is our oyster. Because it's the only thing that's really sincerely holding us back at this moment in time. Because oil is fine, even the much made fun of stone is okay too. We're okay on the stone front. We really are. I think actually everything is fine. Everything is fine with the exception of yellow production. Also, I've just noticed it looks like all 4 of our matrix labs are fully in operation here. So let's stack up a couple more so that we can continue to produce more and more and more and more and more yellow science packs. Very cool. Very, very cool indeed. Okay, just imagine how much more efficiently it's going to be producing those yellow science packs once we get all of these additional labs up and running. Oh, it's going to be marvelous. It's going to be marvelous. Okay. Right. Let's do that over there, that over there, that over there, that over there. Excellent. And have we finished building additional sorters yet? We have not finished building additional sorters yet. I thought we had the resources for additional sorters. I am much mistaken. There we go. Excellent. Let's build more and more and more and more and more. Okay, I think we've got pretty much everything that we need in order to make a success of this. There, and there. Okay, so what is next? What do we next want to do? I.e., what should we aim for as the next bit of technology, as the next bit of, I guess, mission? What else do we need to do? We could always go to the other planet. We could always go to the other planet in our solar system, like right now, actually. I don't think it's going to be too difficult to check up on it. I don't know if there's anything of value there. I don't think that there is. But it might be nice just to, you know, completely colonize all of the planets in our system. Okay. Go. I think that's what we should do. I think that's what we should do, actually. Alrighty. Anything else that we need? We just need the water input, right? We need the water input, and then we are donezo. That needs to be in there. That needs to be in there. Needs to be in there. That needs to be in there. We're gonna go for the double dipping approach. We're going for the double dipping approach all the way down. The double dip approach for the win. Also, where the bleeding heck is my water? How on earth is it difficult to come by water? There's plenty of the stuff. There's plenty of the stuff. Alrighty. Let me go and briefly check on what's happening over here in Waterville. Really? We're out of it? Okay, at the moment, our sulfuric acid area is stone, refined oil, and water making sulfuric acid. I think that we should have enough sulfuric acid, or apparently we don't have enough sulfuric acid coming through in order to make... Oh yeah, this is the brand newly added area, the titanium alloy stuff. I mean, it's just a pretty simple process, really, but seems to be consuming a little bit too much water. Why don't we throw down another water pump, or maybe even 2 additional water pumps, just to sort of add a little bit of extra capacity here? I suspect that we'll still be fine. But we do need a little bit more water. That does seem to be somewhat of a priority. Okay. Right over there. Cool. And let's get this linked up. Excellent. Nothing complicated about this. Nothing complicated at all. Maybe one more. Maybe one more. Okay. Yeah, so we'll get 4. We'll get 4 water places, 4 water pumps. That's the ticket, I think. Excellent. Okay. Does that give us a water saturation point where we have enough water on the belt? I think so. I think it does. Okay, this is good. We do need more refined oil as well. It looks like our backlog of refined oil doesn't seem to be enough. Aha! We actually do have a legitimate fix for this. We have a legitimate fix for this. Here's what we do. So, we're going to upgrade this entire belt. I say this entire belt. We're going to upgrade the... belt from the output over here, right, over to the point at which it splits, because if you'll note, the conveyor belt Mark II transports 12 items per second, the conveyor belt Mark I transports 6, so with that level 2 belt, we should, in fact, be able to have a full belt all coming out of this splitter here, which is cool. All right, let's juice up whilst we're over here. Let's juice up real quick in our juicing area. High intensity juice. And already we're completely fine. Okay. I think that we're gonna be okay for oil. I mean, I did spend quite a long time trying to get this oil sorted. We might even have a little bit more oil now that I think about it, now that I look at it. Yeah, I don't know if there's a more efficient oil recipe a little bit later on in the tech tree. I suspect there might be. Kind of like in Factorio, how you have the ability to get different types of oil cracking. Okay, look at that. That's enough oil. That's enough oil there. That's wonderful. Okay, so we got a lot of organic crystals here. That's cool. Are we using all of our... We're not using all of our matrix labs. What's the problem? It's titanium crystals. Are these titanium crystals being made fast enough? I suspect that is the problem. Okay, you know what? That's an easy fix. That is a super duper duper easy fix. 1, 2, 3. Yep. And then 1, 2, 3. Literally just a 1-to-1 ratio. We'll get it upgraded here. Okay, it's really, really difficult to see what's going on because we're building on sand, but it's fine. By the by, it's okay. Titanium crystal, copy, paste, and paste. And then let's get all of the sorters linked up, which is easy enough to do, I believe. Go. There we go. And then on the other side, we've got the titanium coming through. Man, this is a bit messy. It's a bit small. It's not very scalable, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's actually gonna matter. I think that we might just be able to produce enough yellow science via this method. Cool. Alrighty. So we've increased production speed of titanium crystals, which is real good. So that should lead to more yellow science. We're gonna plonk down just a couple of additional matrix labs on top of here, just in case. Okay, we're gonna increase the height by exactly 1 because that's all we can actually do. Either way, I'm pretty confident these 3 machines will do enough. Alternatively, it might be possible for us to add in an additional. Replicator here. Need a little bit of iron. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let's go and pick up that iron. Let's also freaking go and visit the other planet in our solar system, because I have yet to do that. Do I have any hydrogen cells on me right now? I do not. Okay, let's land. Get rid of that. Okay, let's make some hydrogen cells. Let's make some hydrogen cells real quick. We shouldn't have too much difficulty doing this because we should have loads of hydrogen around somewhere, I think, I hope. We do have a little bit of hydrogen around, but not enough. We actually got a pretty significant backlog of graphite for the energy matrix construction area. It's not the end of the world, but a little bit of a pain in the backside. Let's make as many hydrogen fuel rods as we can, and then let's just freaking charge up and then blast off. Honestly, I mean, it's going to be super easy to reach the other planet anyway. Let's not faff around, you know? Let's not faff around. Let's just freaking go. I'm going to juice up as much as I possibly can, and then we're going to take off, and then we're going to see if we can try and find it. It will be up in the sky there somewhere. Okay. Let's do it. Alright. Oh, man. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, that's Crucius 1. We don't want Crucius 1, though, do we? We want Crucius... Not Crucius 2. Where is it? There's a cold... Ah, there it is. There it is. Right over yonder. Okay. Let's go. No. Do not get dragged down by the atmosphere. There we go. Wonderful. Okay, let's accelerate to sail speed of max. 1,000 meters per second. And then let's actually get over there. Let's get over there real quick. Okay. Purely from the perspective of exploring it, I would like to visit. You never know. There might be a super rare vein over here. I very much doubt it, but it's at least worth considering. Okay, speed up a little bit. And then brace for landing. I didn't crash into the surface. I didn't crash into the surface like I usually do. Interesting. Okay, so what does this planet actually show as? Okay, so iron, copper, silicon. Silicon is here. Oh, that is so good. Okay, you know what? I chatted about how there wasn't any rare veins, but apparently, yes. Oh my goodness gracious me. Okay, this completely changes the plan. With this, it's gonna be super duper easy. Okay, I need to eat some hydrogen fuel cells real quick. Okay, this is excellent here. This is really good news. I mean, I wonder if I could get 2 miners. We've got some storage facilities at the moment. So I don't think that I'm gonna have enough resources on me right now to do.
One of your production facilities is not powered. You need to keep it within the
yeah, don't worry about it.
And
don't worry about it. What's the wind? Wind energy ratio is 70%. Solar energy ratio is a little bit less than that. Okay, so we're not exactly going to be getting top returns with wind turbines here, but you know, we'll get a good enough return. Right. So short-term priority. Let's do this. Let's at least start the extraction of silicon. At least start the extraction of silicon here. There we go, looking good. Alright, so by the time that I come back, we're definitely going to be able to pick up a lot of silicon. Obviously, we want to get interplanetary... We want to get an interplanetary setup going. I don't think that it's going to take me too long to get that done either, to be honest. So we should probably just do that pretty much immediately. As soon as we possibly can. Do we want to maybe get a slightly faster sorter here? I think that's the play. Look at that. Blisteringly quick. Let's go. Alright, I'm going to take a little silicon back with me. And this is going to... Oh my goodness. This is going to free up so much stone. It's going to free up so much stone. Okay, Crucius 3. Crucius 3. There we go. Let's aim for it. Let's go. And don't think that we're going to have any issues on this flight trajectory. I know that we've made some bad decisions with regards to flying around before, but I think we'll be fine. Okay. Silicon isn't super rare. Silicon may not be super rare, but it would like alleviate a huge number of stresses in my system. Like a lot of stresses in my system. This is exciting. Okay, Crucius 3, come on. Let's not run out of juice. Man, the orbits seem to be going pretty darn fast. Okay, looks fine. Whoa! No. Oh, god damn it, not again. Not again. How did I... God damn it. I can't believe it. I can't believe... Can't believe it. Organic crystals are life. They are good. They are good, but I can't believe it. Right. I think that we'll have enough juice. I think that we'll have enough juice here. Oh god. I think that we'll have enough juice. Ugh. Either way, the fact that sail life increased was not necessarily too bad. In fact, a very, very good thing to have happen on such a momentous occasion. Look, we're gonna get home. We definitely have enough juice here, I think. It's just not exactly fantastic. It's difficult to slow down when you're going at orbital velocity, innit? It's difficult to slow down. It's difficult to slow down. Either way, what we gotta do is we gotta charge up a couple of megajoules. I think we're actually orbiting the planet. I feel like we're in quite a nice orbital trajectory here. This is exactly why we go smashing into the surface of the planet, right? Okay, do we have enough to turn? I think we actually legitimately do. Okay, we're heading for the wrong planet now, but that's still better than heading for the stars. Okay. Crucius 3. Let's see if we can try and make a little turn. I think we're on course. We're on course for Crucius 3. We're on course for Crucius 3 as long as we're able to make a couple of course corrections as we arrive. I don't think that we'll have any issues whatsoever. Gonna be completely fine. Okay. There. Nice. Okay. We pretty much nailed it, to be honest with you. Pretty much nailed it. Okay. So what did it cost us? It cost us a little bit of time, but apart from that, it's absolutely a-okay. Okay. Also, we are completely out of fuel, so I mean if this doesn't go well, then we're in trouble. Okay, keep aiming at the very center of the planet. And then just crash. Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it, nailed it, nailed it. I wonder if there have been a couple of changes, actually. I wonder if there have been a couple of changes to make it easier to get lost in space. The reason that I ask is because I'm pretty certain that you used to just go smashing into, like, the planet. Now I'm not so sure that that actually happens. Because we were able to, like... We were able to do some fancy schmancy things. All right, where am I in comparison to the base? The other side of the planet. It's, you know, that's just a typical orbital potato landing. Typical orbital potato landing, to be honest. Either way, this is some great news. This is some great news that we've got here. Some totally great news. I like how you used to just smash into the planet and be absolutely fine. Now, however, maybe it's a little bit too realistic for me. Alright. Let's fly as far as we can. And we'll crash, or at least land gracefully. Nice. Okay. Yeah, you need to be aiming right for the center. You need to be aiming right for the center, otherwise you're gonna have a bad time. Either way, we're back home. We're back home. This is our oil extraction area, looking very, very good. Looking very, very good indeed. Nothing wrong with an abrupt landing. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with an abrupt landing. It's absolutely fine. Yeah, and look, all of the intel that we were able to gather on that mission was very, very, very worthwhile of experiencing a near-death experience. Honestly, that was totally fine. Alright, let's juice up. Let's juice hard. Let's juice like we've never juiced before. And then keep juicing. Because boy, oh boy, oh boy. It feels good. It feels good to actually have power. Man, so nice. This is looking incredible. Loads and loads and loads of yellow science. Loads and loads and loads of yellow science. And to be honest, I sincerely think that we can probably handle one more titanium assembly area. So I think we're gonna plonk that down immediately, and we're gonna do it. Nothing wrong with a little bit of hard juice now and again, you know, as long as you don't get too much of a taste for it. Nothing wrong with a little juice. Okay. Nice. This is the graphite. This is the graphite belt here, isn't it? Yeah. Hold on. Endpoint must be horizontal. I really dislike that, actually. I really... I don't like how this works. I don't like how this works. I don't like how this works. Either way, we got so much good intel that it is totally worth it. It's totally worth it. Totally worth it. Okay. Juice hard or die trying. That's what I always say. All right. Ooh, that's the next type of cube that we've got researched, which is it. Yeah, juice hard halfway, and then run out of juice halfway there. It's truly an apt metaphor. Truly an apt metaphor. All right, let's get a titanium crystal up and running. Cool. Let's expand this a little bit. There we go. Organic. Titanium. No. What are you talking about, video game? No. I don't. No. Oh, God. I don't want that. I don't want that. It's my inconsistent clicks. There we go. Alright, so titanium input sorted. Organic crystal input sorted. Excellent. Now we just need the output. The output is easy. I need to return imminently to my juice zone. My juice zone must be returned to. I must go and I must juice up again. Okay, titanium crystals, even more titanium crystals. Oh man, you can't argue. You can't argue with that. More titanium crystals are better. Okay, let's go and juice up. It's a little bit more difficult to juice hard at night, you know? You gotta make sure that you're juicing up in the day so that you're not destroying the power grid, you know? 44% power satisfaction. It's not exactly impressive. How much juice have we got coming from the Dyson Sphere? All of our solar cells are starting to die off now, or at least a couple of them are starting to. All right. We've juiced about as hard as we can go. We've juiced up to the max. We are now fully juiced. Fully juiced. That is the technical terminology. Very, very technical terminology. Now we're running out of diamonds. How the bleeding heck are we running out of diamonds? That shouldn't be possible. That shouldn't be possible, video game. We need foundation support. No problem. This is an easy fix, though. Very, very easy fix here. There we go. Alright. Easy diamonds. Easy diamonds. DK line. Thank you very much for the resub, dude. Much appreciated. Glad you're enjoying the stuff that I'm putting out. I do indeed try. Good to have you around. You can milk anything if you try hard enough. Look, it's true. You can milk anything if you try hard enough. I guarantee it. Even diamonds can produce a little bit of milk, but only if you try particularly hard. Only if you try particularly hard. Alrighty. Okay, so that should be all of these operating at the same time. Maybe we'll redo this later. It doesn't really need to be reworked, to be honest. Actually pretty happy with how it's looking at the moment. Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to get an interplanetary logistics system base. I'd like to get one of those. What do we need for this? 40 processors, 40 particle containers. I mean, yeah, fine. So it's just levitation engines and this graphene stuff, right? Easy. Okay. Levitation engines, yep. And let's make an extra interplanetary logistics system hub thing. And then let's make the dangerous trek back across to the cold wasteland that is the frozen world that has silicon on. Copper. Ah, yes, copper is the issue. Who'da thunk it? Alright. And if we get 40 titanium alloy, which we should have plenty of, actually. If we get 40 titanium alloy up here, then we'll be grand. Let's limit that a little bit. Yep. Nice. Let's build it. Let's do it. It's just that easy. It's just that easy. Diamond milk tea. Feels like our diamond milk probably goes with a Earl Grey, you know, something like that. Or maybe it's one of these rare, milks that you can stick in a herbal tea, you know? I know you're not supposed to put milk actually in herbal tea, but maybe diamond milk is an exception to that well-founded rule, you know? What do we actually need for our mech power upgrades? Let me have a little look. Mecha core next one. Information matrix. We have the ability to make this. We would need to invest in the fiber assembly process, but I mean, we're gonna have to do that at some point anyway. It's not called fiber, it's called broadband or something, but yeah. We'll probably have to do that. We'll probably have to do that at some point anyway, so yeah, maybe worth setting up right now. Okay. Yeah, it's just yellow science, to be honest, and honestly, we're in a little bit of a better place for yellow science now. Looks like everything is actively working at the same time. If that is the case, then I am pretty satisfied with that. It's a pretty good place for us to be, I think. One stack of yellow science. It's not exactly loads, but it's not exactly nothing either. Okay, let's see if we can try and nab a little bit of extra hydrogen as well. We'll see if we can try and make some more of those hydrogen fuel cells, because boy oh boy oh boy, I don't really want to get you know, stuck in deep space all over again. That's a no-no from me, actually. That is a no-no. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna yoink all of the hydrogen out of here. There we go. That's right. That's how efficient my systems are. Just yoink a little hydrogen out of here. Deuterium fuel rods. Deuterium fuel rods. We gotta make deuterium fuel rods. We're close, actually. We need to get the deuterium cracker thing. What's it called? This is it. The miniature particle collider. The miniature particle collider is going to allow us to make deuterium. I'm pretty sure that we can't make it at this moment in time, can we? No, we definitely can't. Actually, no, tell a complete lie. We can, but there's only a 1% chance. We can make it now, but if we did get it, by golly goodness gracious me, that would be pretty incredible. And I think I might actually have a deuterium fractionator thing, don't I? I don't have one. You know what? I'm gonna give it a crack. We need to use hydrogen fuel rods in order to do it, which is a little bit sad, given that I just made them specifically for the purposes of avoiding death in deep space. But if we're able to even make a single deuterium fuel rod, do you see that? Energy type, 600 megajoules. 600 megajoules. Oh my goodness gracious me. That would be incredible. And so we're going to stick this down. We're going to stick this down. We're going to stick this down. What? I mean, anywhere, I guess. It doesn't particularly matter. If it is feedable with hydrogen, then that would be excellent. Okay. Please input raw materials to be fractioned. Yeah. I mean, obviously we need to input. Okay, we input it via the bottom, so it's not going to be done via sorter. That kind of makes me reconsider the placement then a little bit, because I really would like to get a offshoot of this hydrogen here. I tell you what, this hydrogen is a pretty good thing to offshoot. If we're able to squeeze this in here, it doesn't look like that's being squeezed anywhere, to be honest with you. Doesn't look like that's being squeezed anywhere. We got a couple of other splitters over here that all deal with hydrogen splits. Oh man. Yeah, it's not gonna squeeze in here, even if I de-anchor the snapping. Yeah, I don't think it's. I think it's weird actually, because I think the storage tank right here has a wider base. I think it's got a wider base than you anticipate. Like, it looks a little bit bigger. It looks a little bit bigger than it actually is. But in general, I should be building bigger than I actually am. I really should. I really should. But I'm pretty sure the primary problem really is that the storage tank is just deceptively large. I mean, we could maybe take this back. This might be another way to fix the problem. Hold on. Take that back. It might fix the problem, but it also might create further problems. Yeah, see, look, that should definitely be enough space for something, but I'm pretty certain it's the storage tanks. Pretty certain that it's the storage tanks messing with my feng shui here. Just throwing that out there. Oh no. Video game. Why must you? Why must you do this? Endpoint must be horizontal. I can categorically assure you the endpoint is indeed horizontal here. Okay. There we go. I'm not actually displeased. I'm not actually displeased with the way that this whole area is packed together. I think this area is fine. Like, looking this way, this area of the factory is okay, because it's actually expandable out in every way that I care about. So oil cracking can be, or oil X-ray refining can be sorted out, can be expanded out in that direction, and crude oil refining can be expanded out in this direction. This area is a disaster here. This area is a disaster. It's not good. It's not good at all. But at the end of the day, I think that I'm okay with it, because it's just sort of small quantities that we actually need. If we want to make larger quantities of anything, then we're going to have to get a bespoke setup, undoubtedly. But you know, for now, I'm mostly okay with it. I think I'm mostly okay with this area. It's just the hydrogen that we are in need of. Alternatively, I could see if I could just manually input hydrogen. I mean, that's probably just a super easy setup, given that I don't actually care about fractionating deuterium at the moment. Yeah, I don't know why I just don't do this. I don't know why I don't just do this. Let's just do this. Let's do this. So, I think it works. There we go. I think it works like this. At least that's what I'm hoping. Let's see if we can fractionate deuterium. Right, so we manually input hydrogen. Maybe we get deuterium outside. At that side. Okay. Let's give it a crack. So, is this gonna work? It's a 1% chance. So we get hydrogen out. We do get our hydrogen out. Oh, that's interesting. So it just runs, it runs around and around and around until... Oh, wow. Okay, so it actually just runs and runs and runs around until we eventually get... hydrogen. Okay, well, here's the cool thing that we can do. We can actually throw that in there, and we can set this to only filter out deuterium. So... I mean, there's a more efficient way of doing that. We could go straight through here. Look at that collision box. Look at that collision box. So it's not possible for me to build... It's not possible for me to build a belt across here. I'm pretty sure it's because the planet is also... The planet is also kind of weird. Either way, eventually we're going to get a little bit of deuterium, which is kind of nice to consider. This is very, very nice to consider, in fact. Okay, we'll add a little bit of additional hydrogen to the loop. But that ain't too shabby, if I do indeed say so myself. And that is going to give us some of the key ingredients that we need in order to go on more regular, more safer interstellar space flights. Which is very, very exciting indeed. Any deuterium? Any single bits of deuterium coming out yet? I don't think so. I don't think so. There's a 1% chance. So, you know, what is that? We need to, on average, run 100 bits through in order to get one singular bit of deuterium. All the while sustaining it with an inordinate amount of power. Kind of figures. Kind of figures. Yeah, this is the moon. Oh, that's deuterium. That's deuterium. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. Oh, no, 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 no. Do not run deuterium through again. No, no, no. Okay. It's, ooh. There we go. Okay. I think we got it. I think we got it. We saved it. We saved it. Okay. So, sorter, you only do hydrogen. Only output hydrogen there. Okay, fine. This is a nice system, actually. This is a nice system. I feel like it's a little bit easy to get deuterium, if that is indeed the case. But, okay. We need 10 deuterium? Oh my god, I thought we needed 1 deuterium. Alright, well that's a tragedy. Looks like we're gonna need a little bit more... Looks like we're gonna need a little bit more hydrogen on this bandwagon here. But that's okay. Alrighty. Okay. So we still need to pop across the other planet. I think we're gonna wait until we get the deuterium properly sorted over here. Let's sort that out, get that stacked. We're waiting for Casimir crystal research at the moment. We did get high strength glass. That's cool. That's very, very cool. Vertical launching silo, we don't need to worry about that. Getting the information matrix completed so that we could get a couple of, crucially, mecha core upgrades would be real nice. Particle control technology, that's what we need. So we need the particle broadband. And then the information matrix requires processors and the particle broadband. Okay, that is not super challenging. It gives us the advanced silicon recipe. I tell you what, getting silicon production sorted, and not even necessarily silicon production as much as silicon transport, right? If we were to get silicon moved from remote demand, there we go. If we were to get silicon local demand sorted, then that would be a step in the right direction. Like, holy cow, that would be incredible. We have got so much titanium in storage here that is a lot. That is a lot of goods. A lot of goods right there. Let's nab some of this, and let's do what good friend of the channel Wanderbot did in his series, and just entirely pave the ocean. So how much soil do we have? We have plenty of soil right now. This is actually probably a pretty inefficient way of doing it. If we just do it like bit by bit. There we go. Alright, plenty of foundation though. Right, so we're going to give ourselves a little bit of extra space to work with. We don't really need to worry about saving the ocean too much. Obviously on Earth it's different. We only have one ocean. However, on this planet, I don't care. Alrighty, so this is going to give us a little bit of space to do a whole bunch of other things concerning the spaceport, which I'm sure will be fine. We do have 7 seas. We have an abundance of seas. So yeah, trash the seas, save the oceans. That's That's words to live by right there. Words to live by. Alrighty. Okay, I think, assuming that we have deuterium, or 10 of the things. Oh, we got one last little bit of deuterium to get. Okay, whilst we're waiting for that little bit of deuterium to come along, let's go and juice up. Let's hardcore juice. Let's make sure that we've got all of the stuff that we need. We literally just need an interstellar logistics system. Literally just need an interstellar logistics system, and then we are freaking good to go, and we're gonna pop back over to our old friend, the cold planet. Our old friend, the cold planet. Whilst we're waiting, let's have a little look at the solar sails. I've just got the distinct impression that the solar sails, whilst nice, generate far less power than I would really like them to. Hence why we need a mini reactor or more wind turbines or something, you know? Alrighty. Where's the last bit of deuterium that I'm after? Man, I hate random chance. I hate random chance. I hate random chance. It is the worst. It is absolutely the worst. How on earth are we gonna get more power? Solar panels? I tell you what, solar panels are a brilliant source. A brilliant source of power, considering... A brilliant source of power, considering we now have an infinite number of silicon bits coming in. Have we got deuterium yet? No, we do not. That's fine. All right. Okay. The ray receivers. Yeah, so the ray receivers, I mean, we're not hitting capacity yet, though, I don't think, on the ray receivers. Okay, first of all, we have a 0 strength connection at the moment. I don't think that we're anywhere near max. We might be soon, but you know, I doubt it. You know what? Let's spice it up a little bit. Let's do a little bit of northerly. Okay, so we go past here. All right, so this is basically north. This is basically north over here. Okay. We're gonna see if we can try and guarantee ourselves some power at the poles. You know, fundamentally because it's a good thing to do. We need to be investigating. We need to be investigating the poles more already. We need to be faffing around with them. Oh, look at this. You can actually see the lines on the ground as they converge to the pole. Wind turbines to get up to the pole would be a brilliant idea. That would be incredible. However, I didn't. Okay, so having solar panels at the pole should pretty much guarantee at least like some level of sunlight at all times. It's not gonna be loads, but it's at least gonna be something. Okay. Right. I think that should be just fine. Alright, also, it's going to be really difficult to place these solar panels, isn't it? Oh, boy, it's going to be... Oh, it's going to be... Oh. It's not going to be a pretty solar panel setup. I tell you what, though, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Alright. Collide with another object. There we go. We got it. It's pretty good. Nothing in there. Oh, this is going to be the most inconsistent looking solar grid that the world has ever seen. This is going to be the most inconsistent. I mean, we need more solar panels here, right? We need more solar panels. We need a big old circle. We need a big old circle, so that's at least going to give us a little bit of power. We do want to stick railguns here. We do want to stick railguns here too, actually. We do want to stick railguns here. We're going to need a lot of railguns. We're going to need a lot of railguns, and we're also going to need a lot of solar panels. I mean, I'm not super bothered about the railguns though, because at the end of the day, you know, solar sails are fine, but I mean, we're throwing a lot of items into solar sails, and we ain't getting much in return. Like, you gotta bear in mind, right? There are returns available for solar sails, but I think that we maybe need to get a couple of additional upgrades in them beforehand, because it just doesn't seem that worthwhile, at least not at the moment, I believe. Okay. Yeah, we will need to get them later. But at the moment, it's just not really that worthwhile. It's just not really that worthwhile. I mean, look, we got 600 at the moment. I'm not saying that we just abandon all of these 600 solar sails. You know, on the contrary, we're keeping them. We're keeping them. I'm just saying, you know, we can't really throw many more resources into this. I suppose it's not really bankrupting us, so to speak. But hey ho. Putting the receiver at the poles is a marvelous idea, and one that is super easy to implement, and therefore something that we should absolutely categorically do. Maybe we stick this right in the center, eh? Maybe we stick this right in the center. Okay. Is that enough space? I think that might just be enough space right there. Is that right on the center? It's not right on the center. I gotta try again. Hold on. Ray Romano. No, Ray receiver right on the center. Wonderful. Too close. Cool. Alright. There we go. Okay. Power load is now actually completely fine. Strength 100%. Love to see it. Love to see it. That is very, very good. That is wonderful. Excellent. Okay, cool. So we should be able to access all 21 megawatts of power. I mean, it's not very much power. It's not very much power at all, but it is fine. Okay. The railguns will be moved up there shortly. I say shortly. They will be moved up there at some point. But again, like, I just don't think that it's overly worthwhile, given that we just don't get that amount of power over them. I mean, 600 flipping solar sails for what, like 21 megawatts of power? I mean, 21 megawatts of power we easily generate from our wind turbine at the moment. We can't even see where we produce power, but fine. It's fine. It's fine. There's nothing to worry about. Okay, let's juice hard. Let's finish our deuterium cell. We do have our deuterium cell now. 600 megajoules BTW.